We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, this defense for the Panthers much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But you look at this defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. You've got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A first carry here for Jordan James. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
And his kick here is good.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This is Jimmy Horn Jr. to return it.
And shoves him off at the 20.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Look looking to put a drive together.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Mason.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's a gain of 2.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Set. Rocco 80. Riggs.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They run it with James. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain.
The Eagles at 0-2 here to begin the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
This is caught.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Go Silver, ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball and move it downfield and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Bearing for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
4 yards. It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mason. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Now they try the right side here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
No touch.
Here's James. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
No touch.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Great.
Up the middle they go. It's James. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain, so he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Mason. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Mason. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
So the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. Second and 9.
He'll drop to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw.
And he is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A big play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. This is caught by McMillan.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Mason.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Slot man moves right. From the gun on third down. Mason. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And now an audible here into something else. Straight ahead, ETN. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun, Mason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
60 Bison, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Mustang 19.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll try the left side. It's James. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Taking it in. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
27. Panthers, nothing.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to build that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go! 70 Lions!
He'll find McMillan here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Etienne up the middle.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Let's go!
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Etienne once more.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here now at 3rd down and 8.
Let's go now!
Now this time he'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong. But he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Great, set. Right there, you in it. No time.
Now a give right side. James. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Great, set. But anyway,
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Set. Alert.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
And they take a knee.
Shut up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Mason. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Etienne. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
70 Lions.
Back to throw. Mason. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
7 yards.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
19 tight.
Operating from the gun. Mason. That's downfield. He's got Fanning. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
79 Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warriors 17.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 18. Pioneer.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. McMillan with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So the Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First down,
Ready up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shaq. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this